The world isn't just tough. It's a ruthless battlefield where your kindness can become your greatest enemy. I watched my best friend shatter himself by always playing the good guy. He gave everything he had, forgave every betrayal, sacrificed his peace for people who couldn't even remember his name. Every act of generosity was a wound he inflicted on his own soul, bleeding out his energy until there was nothing left but emptiness. Then, a few years down the line, I ran into him again. The guy was a whole new person, no more pushover vibes. His eyes had that sharp edge, like he'd seen through all the bullshit. He hit me with this line I'll never shake. The game didn't switch up, I did. I stopped letting it push me around. Boom. That hit home hard, because it wasn't just his deal. It was mine, and probably yours too if you're honest. Right now, there are two versions of you fighting for control. Version 1 is the one you've been living as. The explainer, the apologizer, the tolerator who keeps hoping people will change. You bend over backward to be understood, respected, loved. You sacrifice your peace for others who never asked for it, who never deserved it. But the more you give, the less they value you. You become invisible, a stepping stone they trample without a second thought. Then there's version 2, the silent one, the decisive one, the one who doesn't argue, doesn't beg, doesn't chase. They remove people and situations without noise, without guilt, without hesitation. They know their worth isn't up for debate. You've been stuck in version 1 for too long, and it's killing you slowly. It's made you soft where you need to be sharp, kind where you need to be calculated. Machiavelli once wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." He wasn't advocating cruelty. He was teaching control, knowing when to stop breaking for others, when to stop letting the world walk all over you. Today, I'm going to show you how to awaken version 2, the ruthless you, the one Machiavelli described, the one people sense but can never manipulate. There are 8 shifts that separate these two versions. Each one will demand you burn a piece of your old self, feel the fire of transformation. But if you stay until the end, you'll emerge unrecognizable, stronger, sharper, untouchable. You'll stop seeking peace from others and generate it from within. You'll harness the power of being unbreakable because this world will break you unless you become ruthless. Before we dive in, drop this in the comments. I will not break again. Number 1, stop giving yourself to the ungrateful. This is where your transformation into ruthlessness begins. Your biggest weakness was never your heart. It was where you placed it. You've been pouring your energy into people who feed off your light, but never return a spark. You keep helping, forgiving, explaining, clinging to the hope that one day they'll see your worth. But they never do. Why? In the psychology of power, what's freely given is subconsciously devalued. People equate easy generosity with inferiority. They assume if you give without limits, it's because you crave their approval. And the moment they sense that need, they own you. That's how weakness creeps in, not from failure, but from emotional dependence masquerading as kindness. Machiavelli said, "Men are quicker to offend one who is loved than one who is feared." The ungrateful exploit your goodness because they don't fear losing it. They know you'll stay, forgive, rationalize their toxicity with excuses like, they're just going through something. That's not compassion, it's self-delusion. The truth is, people remember pain, not kindness. They respect consequences, not explanations. Your predictable mercy makes you invisible. Every tolerated disrespect trains them to see you as disposable. Every time you prove your worth, you confirm it needs proving. That's the silent psychology of why the good break first. The world doesn't destroy you for being kind. It destroys you for confusing kindness with harmlessness. The ungrateful are predators in human form. They don't hunt your body, they hunt your guilt. They twist your empathy into a weapon against you, making you feel selfish for protecting yourself. Stop believing you owe loyalty just because you once cared. Your care is a privilege, not a right. Reserve it for those who earn it with consistent respect. Everyone else deserves the sharpness of your absence. Detachment is your defense. Indifference is your revenge. Machiavelli understood this when he said, "Men are ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, and covetous." He was warning you, never empower the ungrateful, or they'll use it to weaken you. Unlearn that goodness alone saves you. Goodness without boundaries is a death sentence. Ruthlessness isn't cruelty, it's correction. It's stopping betrayal from earning access. When you stop answering calls, forgiving lies, explaining silence, the ungrateful panic, they can't feed on your reactions anymore. Power shifts. You decide who gets your attention, who fades into irrelevance. The world belongs to those who conserve energy like a weapon, not waste it like a wish. Every drop poured into the wrong people steals from your future. Withdraw it, hoard it, rebuild it. Let them wonder where your warmth went. Tell them it froze when you saw the truth. Some deserve distance more than devotion. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My kindness has limits. Number 2, turn pain into power. Pain is the purest teacher. It never lies, never flatters your ego, never spares your excuses. It exposes you, strips you bare, burns away weakness until only your true self remains. The difference between the broken and the powerful isn't the pain endured, it's what they do with it. Weak people drown in pain, chasing fairness, believing the world owes them healing. But ruthless minds know pain is currency. You spend it building strength or waste it complaining. The risen aren't lucky, they're strategic. They face betrayal, heartbreak, failure, asking not, "Why me?" but "What does this teach me about control?" Machiavelli said, "Never waste the opportunity offered by a good crisis. Every suffering is a chance to evolve into the untouchable. Pain isn't punishment, it's information, revealing weaknesses. Betrayals show blind trust, rejections expose misplaced worth. Losses shatter permanence illusions. View pain this way, and it becomes a weapon, sharpening your mind instead of destroying it. The dark psychology of transformation is transmuting suffering into strategy. Most cry for relief. The strong reflect for strength. They don't chase closure. They create power. They study enemies over hating them, analyze mistakes over escaping them, turn heartbreak into discipline, disappointment into focus. That's Machiavellian resilience, using cruelty as fuel, not chains. Pain is the forge of dominance. When life breaks you, it reveals your maskless self. Don't run. Sit with the fire. Feel every burn. Survive your suffering, and no one controls you with fear. Stop fearing pain, and you become unpredictable. Unpredictability is power. Manipulations via guilt or rejection fail because you've faced worse. Machiavelli believed wise men learn more from misfortune than comfort. Pain activates awareness, forces evolution, silences illusions. You see people as they are, choose logic over emotion, move as one forged in fire. That aura commands respect. It's dangerous. You wear scars as armor, your silence heavy, gaze steady. That's crossing from pain-shaped to shaping others. Next hurt? Don't curse, study it. What advantage hides here? Every agony seeds dominance if ruthless enough. And stop seeking closure. It's a trap keeping you dependent. You don't need apologies or validation to move on. Reclaim power by letting go. Pain shapes the dangerous. Not angry, but stronger, smarter. Emerge from fire untouchable, badges of battles your honor. Drop this affirmation. My pain builds power. Number 3, kill the need to be understood. The hunger to be understood is the invisible chain that keeps powerful minds trapped in mediocrity. You've spent too much time explaining yourself, desperately hoping others will see your intentions, your goodness, your truth. But here's the brutal reality. Most people don't care to understand you. They only care to categorize you, to find your weaknesses. They listen not to comprehend, but to exploit. The more you explain, the more ammunition you hand them to manipulate you. In dark psychology, understanding equals control. When people know your motives, they know how to twist them against you. That's why the ruthless stay silent. They let others guess, project, assume, and in that confusion, they remain untouchable. Machiavelli once said, "He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command, and to command you must never over-explain." Explaining is defensive. It screams that you still crave validation. Power doesn't justify itself. It simply exists. The most intimidating people don't explain their actions, feelings, or disappearances. Their silence creates tension, and that tension breeds respect. The weak beg to be seen. The strong embrace being misunderstood. Stop defending yourself, and you become unpredictable. Unpredictability is fear's twin. People can't control what they can't read. That's why rulers and strategists throughout history mastered ambiguity. They spoke less than they knew, acted more than they explained. Every rush to clarify your intentions gives away your emotional blueprint, teaching others how to disarm you. Transparency invites dissection, and dissection kills power's magic. Machiavelli wrote, "The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. The wise stop justifying early. The fool talks until exposed." You don't owe anyone clarity on your choices, distance, silence, standards, or changes. Let them misunderstand. Let them label you cold, arrogant, detached. Each false tag adds to your armor. Stop correcting them, and control returns. Control thrives in restraint. Silence isn't weakness. It's weaponized composure, making others nervous, unable to predict your moves. Think of the most powerful people. They weren't loud. They were composed, their presence demanding attention without words. Become that. A mystery ungraspable, a storm unannounced. When provoked, let silence suffocate their ego. When misjudged, let them stew in assumptions. Truth is your weapon. Don't waste it proving innocence. Those needing explanations don't deserve you. Those valuing you never require them. Power isn't convincing others. It's self-assurance where their confusion doesn't matter. Once you kill this need, you truly understand yourself. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My silence speaks power. Number 4, detach. Don't beg. Begging for attention, love, or closure turns the powerful into slaves. The more you chase what's retreating, the smaller you appear to those who never valued you. Detachment isn't coldness, it's control. The art of walking away from threats to your self-respect, no matter the desire. Most confuse attachment with loyalty, but they're opposites. Loyalty is strength, attachment is dependence. Society conditioned you to think fighting for people proves care, but in dark psychology, the chaser always loses power. Begging broadcasts weakness, inviting exploitation. Machiavelli wrote, "The one who is not master of himself cannot be master of others." Emotions ruling you make you controllable. The ruthless detach not from lack of feeling, but from refusing ownership by it. When someone pulls away, they don't argue, they observe. When disrespected, they don't plead, they vanish. Silence is their sword, absence their message. In an emotionally manipulative world, detachment is rebellion. It starves manipulators of your reactions. Stop reacting, and you become unreadable, feared. Indifference burns colder than hate, lasts longer than love. People lose control when they can't predict responses. That's your energy shifting from waiter to decider. Ignorers notice your silence because a once reactive person's quiet is deafening. Detachment grants authority, walking from chaos with peace intact. Machiavelli believed emotional control foundations successful rulers. Master attachment to command love and fear. Not everyone deserves access. Not every emotion expression. Not every bond revival. Withdraw energy without fanfare. Close doors quietly. Make distance punitive. That's elegant psychological warfare. Detach more. Reclaim power. Peace isn't in connections. It's in control. True strength, loving deeply yet walking away if self-respect's threatened. Detachment means caring correctly, yourself first. Stop begging, stop bleeding, no one feeds on you again. Drop this affirmation: I choose peace over people. Number 5, boundaries are your armor. Boundaries are invisible walls separating power from chaos. Without them, your life is an open field. Anyone enters, takes, leaves you empty. You've been taught no is selfish, limits unkind. But lacking boundaries is self-betrayal. Tolerating disrespect, forgiving without consequence, keeping peace by letting lines blur. You surrender yourself piece by piece. Weak confuse tolerance with strength. Ruthless know better. A heart without armor is a target. Machiavelli wrote, "A prince who is not wise himself cannot be well advised. If you can't guard yourself, no one will." The world exploits openness, not honors it. Smilers at your kindness use forgiveness tomorrow. That's unchecked desire. People test unenforced limits. Boundaries aren't walls out. They're gates protecting sacred you. Not cruelty, clarity. Clarity terrifies manipulators, stripping leverage. In dark psychology, boundaries weaponize control. Enforcers dictate relationships. Calm no without guilt communicates dominance. Cut access post-betrayal. Your worth non-negotiable. Powerful don't argue respect. They show via distance. Forgiveness sans consequences is submission. Mercy sans structure invites chaos. Stop rewarding bad behavior with presence. Command silence from past disrespecters. Fearful call it arrogance, weak ego, but wise see self-command. Machiavelli said, "He who allows himself to be deceived is deserving of deception." You teach treatment by tolerance. Protect space like a fortress. Parasites vanish, noise fades, peace returns. See true valuers. They respect rules, not resent. Boundaries attract quality, repel corruption, make presence earned. No boundaries, no dignity. With them, command world quietly. Ruthless build walls from wisdom, not fear. Goal, respected, not liked. Every boundary declares, here my peace begins. True valuers won't ask lowered armor. They honor it. Drop this affirmation: my boundaries protect me. Number 6. Master the art of silence. Silence is the powerful's weapon when words devalue. Most fear silence. It exposes control lack. They talk to fill voids, prove confidence, seek validation via noise. But unnecessary words become manipulation ammo. Wise know, in noise-addicted world, silence is dominance. Machiavelli wrote, "Never reveal all your thoughts, for it makes you predictable and vulnerable." People reading emotions calculate reactions. Predictability lets control. Silence renders unreadable, building mystery, forcing second guesses. Quiet room dweller holds more power than shouter. In dark psychology, silence isn't emptiness. Strategy, shifting control, sans confrontation. Say nothing, others reveal all. Insecurities, motives, weaknesses while probing you. Ruthless listen over speak. Observe over explain. Act over promise. Weak rush points. Strong weight strikes. Pauses boost authority. Others filling silence surrender info. Machiavelli. Power in perception. Less known intentions, more feared. Silence tensions psychologically. Others project fears, creating invisible control. Silence isn't absence. Presence amplified. No shout needed. Restraint louder than chaos. Loud crave power. Silent possess it. Rulers knew. Less reveal, more imagine, more obey. Weaponize calm, insult. Silent, watch unravel in guilt. Provoke, no reaction, desperation exposes. Silence echoes over arguments. Expect noise, fear, stillness. In stillness, control. Machiavelli. Wise act once, fool finally. Fool defends words. Wise guards quiet. Stop explaining. Shift emotional to strategic. Defense to command. Power demands feeling, not understanding. Master silence. Hold tongue, hold power. In herd-craving world, silence master unbeatable. Drop this affirmation. My silence controls chaos. Number 7. Never show full loyalty. Loyalty is a weapon only when it's selective. The moment you give it blindly, it becomes your cage. Machiavelli warned that men are ungrateful, fickle, and deceitful, so expecting pure loyalty invites betrayal. Power flows to those who align when it suits and withdraw when it doesn't. The world moves by strategy, not goodness. When you offer absolute loyalty to friends, mentors, or leaders, you forfeit independence. They see your devotion as weakness, not virtue. The loyal are predictable, and predictability is fatal in power's game. Dark psychology teaches loyalty must be calculated, not emotional. True Machiavellian loyalty is conditional, serving your growth, protection, rise. When it ceases, reevaluate. Most stay loyal from fear of loneliness, bad labels, lost approval, but these end discarded, betrayed, replaced when useless. The powerful attach to opportunities, not people. Alliances shift like tides. They ride, not resist. Your loyalty should be a mask, not identity. Wear it for benefit, shed it as liability. This isn't cruelty, it's realism. The world rewards thinkers, not feelers. Machiavelli wrote, "A wise man ought never to make himself depend wholly on one thing or one person. Dependence slays autonomy, root of dominance. Never reveal true allegiances. Let others believe you're allied, but stay internally free." Loyalty's illusion outpowers loyalty itself. It comforts them while untouching you. In politics, business, life, empires build thus. Kings fall from deep trust. Subordinates die from faithful service. Friends turn foes where hierarchy trumps equality. Too loyal? They test boundaries, exploit devotion, cease fearing withdrawal. Fear orders. Knowing you can leave sans hesitation makes loyalty a privilege, not guarantee, that commands respect. Give loyalty like a sword, sharp, deliberate, cutting your favor. Not a gift. Gifts forget, weapons remember. This mindset unpredictables you, ultimate psychological edge. They can't manipulate the indefinable. That's Machiavellian power essence. Mystery in plain sight, loyal appearing but sovereign real. The powerless call it cold, heartless. Words from betrayal worshippers. Truth. Loyalty sans strategy is self-betrayal. You owe nothing to non-bleeders for your survival. Allegiance belongs to purpose, not transient people. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My loyalty is strategic. Number 8, become untouchable. Becoming untouchable is power's ultimate evolution. The point where no insult, betrayal, or manipulation pierces your armor. It's not cruelty or arrogance, it's self-sovereignty complete. The world hurls chaos, tests patience, bends circumstances against desires. Weak break, fearful react, unprepared crumble. But untouchables move like battlefield shadows. unaffected, unshaken, unowned. Machiavelli wrote, "He who is wise will be master of himself, for he who is mastered by others is never free." True freedom, inner mastery. To become untouchable, cease chasing love, approval, validation, illusions tethering you to whims. The world rewards not kindness or virtue, but power, self-possession, clarity, relentless strategy. Stop ego-feeding from others. Reclaim energy as fortress against manipulation, deceit, distraction. Untouchables build deliberately. Skills, discipline, strategy over approval, patience, presence, quiet confidence, reputation from consistency, invisible authority, not noise. Dark psychology, people fear uncontrollables. Detach from expectations, reactions, needs for understanding or love. You become enigma. No predicting moves, no mind strings. You've removed levers. Untouchables act strategically, not emotionally. Anger measured, fear irrelevant, desire disciplined. Reactions intentional, silences meaningful. You axis chaos spins around, unmoved by storms felling others. Machiavelli. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. Fear from presence, control, crossing cost awareness. Untouchability. Hesitation before testing you. Quiet declaration against exploitation. No betrayal unsettles because self-complete. No longer opinion reflection, but strategy willpower sum. Reach this. Shed dependence remnants. Justify need, forgive need, recognize need. Rise above attachment, resentment, longing. Untouchables unflinch, grasping external validation's impermanence. Anchored self, unuprootable. Power effortless. People instinctively respect or fear, can't ignore. You're no longer manipulation participant. Your influence control standard. Move untouchable by mastering what matters. Yourself. Drop this affirmation. Nothing can break me. The world will try to break you. It'll test your patience, betray your trust, and punish your kindness. It'll prove that fairness is a myth, that people are unpredictable, and that the only thing you can truly rely on is yourself. For too long, you've allowed others to dictate your peace. You've given your energy to the unworthy, begged for understanding, and let attachment chain you to disappointment. But that ends today. You now have the blueprint to become someone no one can manipulate, no one can exploit, no one can touch. You've learned to stop giving to the ungrateful. You've turned your pain into power. You've killed the need to be understood, detached from what drains you, and fortified yourself with unbreakable boundaries. You've mastered silence, commanded respect through calm, wielded loyalty strategically, and evolved into someone untouchable. None of this is luck. None of it is easy. But every step you take in this direction strips the world of its leverage over you. Machiavelli once said, "The wise man does at once what the fool does." Finally, today you are choosing wisdom. You are choosing control. You are choosing ruthlessness in the most disciplined, silent, and powerful sense. This is the version of you that the world cannot bend, cannot manipulate, and cannot break. The road ahead will not be simple, and there will be challenges. But every trial now becomes a tool. Every betrayal becomes a lesson. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity to demonstrate that you are no longer available for exploitation. The untouchable are forged in fire, sharpened by strategy, and protected by self-mastery. Stand firm in this truth. Walk through life with clarity and composure. Become the person who moves without apology, who commands without announcement, who rises without permission. And as you take this path, remember the world will notice the difference, but only after you are untouchable. You are no longer the version that bends. You are the version that rules. Drop this final affirmation in the comments. I am untouchable now. To make this even more powerful, let's revisit the key affirmations one last time, embedding them into your mind like unbreakable armor. From Shift 1, my kindness has limits. Repeat it until it becomes your reflex, stopping the bleed to the ungrateful. Shift 2, my pain builds power. Let every scar remind you of the strength it's forged. Shift 3, my silence speaks power. Embrace the mystery that makes others hesitate. Shift 4, I choose peace over people. Detachment as your shield against emotional chains. Shift 5, my boundaries protect me. Enforce them like a fortress, letting only the worthy in. Shift 6, my silence controls chaos. Weaponize quiet to dominate noise. Shift 7, my loyalty is strategic. Give it like a sword, not a gift. Shift 8, nothing can break me, your ultimate declaration of sovereignty. And the final, I am untouchable now. Claim it, live it, become it. These aren't just words. They're your new code, designed to go viral in your life, easy to remember in moments of weakness, keeping you engaged with your own transformation. Imagine sharing these on social media, sparking conversations that echo this ruthlessness. That's how ideas like this create a ripple, a movement of unbreakable souls. If you're ready to level up further, think about how these shifts apply to your daily battles, in relationships, where you stop chasing validation, at work, where boundaries command respect, in self-doubt, where pain fuels growth. This isn't theory. It's actionable, memorable, designed to stick and spread. Thank you for joining this journey. Now go forth and rule. If you've absorbed the lessons in this guide, if you've felt the shift in your mindset, it's time to take your next step. Subscribe to Gaka Mindset. We're just getting started. This is where you build the mind that can never be broken, the mind that commands respect, the mind that bends the world to its will. You've learned to stop being the person who breaks for others, but it doesn't stop here. It's time to evolve into someone who can never be broken again. Because once you embrace this truth, once you start building yourself with these principles, you will become untouchable. And once you are untouchable, the world will have no choice but to respect you. Don't just exist. Command your life. Command your destiny. Become untouchable.